Hey everyone, this is Mark from the Crystal Chronicles, your The City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia podcast. We record every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This week we're going to be talking about Basch and 9 and having our special guest Necklord on to talk about all things Cyan. Of course, mostly Basch and 9, a little bit of Abyss, of course, your questions, and a whole lot more. If you can't catch us live, you can catch us on Twitch, video on demand, on YouTube, and through any podcast app. After all, this is a podcast. Hey, today I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about Basch and show you a little bit about Basch as I do the Challenge Quest. Basch is a really good tank, and he is really good at absorbing AoE or all targeting attacks that target your entire party, Brave HP attacks, or Brave Gain HP attacks. Now, he's also become a much better tank in that he has great locks now, he can sustain his locks, and he's pretty much unkillable for the 30 turns his LD buff is on. Again, a little bit from his rework in terms of the auras now he gives to the party. Attack 95% invisible aura, max Brave up 75% invisible aura, gives now some party battery, which is really nice. Damage is not the best. He's not the most exciting character to play, but he does the damage tanking very well. So I'm going to bring my fully busted team here for the Challenge Quest. Noctis with his full gear, LDBT with his sphere, Garland sphere, Irving sphere, Vaughn with his LDBT, his own sphere, and his refined sphere, Basch with his LD, no spheres. I could show you 3 attack 108s with 3 stars only of Will of the Prince boost. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Vaughn is kind of all over the place, but he's got his 3 attack 108s. Yeah, the only reason I have that low Brave attack up is because the other one's too expensive. And I have his World of Illusion weapon. And what's Basch got on him? Yeah, he's okay. He's got his, he doesn't have his 3 attack 108s. I'll use his 9 event to get some artifacts for him. So, he's not at full capacity, but they all do have their summon boards and their character boards. So, let's go into the fight. I'm not going to try to do this ridiculous because I really want you to see Basch's, well, what he does. So, this is a great showcase. Not all of our events showcase the characters. This event, this challenge, these 2 waves showcase Basch perfectly, and so I think it's a great time just to kind of see. So let's go just use those first 2 skills and get his generic buffs. Both Noctis and Vaughn have the generic buffs that they can apply to themselves. Obviously, Basch is giving great auras, but no one else is giving buffs. Now, in a lot of fights, you may not use his LD on the first turn, but it's going to give the rest of his frame buffs. He gets 5 frame buffs total, and it's going to give him this powerful, indomitable buff, which makes him almost unkillable. It's also going to lock all targets for 10 turns, but with the AoE attacks, that's not as big of a deal. And these worms just constant AoE attack. So you need some kind of healing or some kind of tank like Basch. And then, just do a white whirl again to get his max Brave or whatever it is. It's one of them's attack, one of them's max Brave. Same for Noctis. So here we go. Big attack. Basch is going to take all of it, right? The other 2 don't take it. Now here's the other big attack. Is he going to go below 50? Yep, he goes below 50, and you see it immediately heals. Now he's back to 50%. Beautiful. How awesome is that? Again, I'm going to ramp up Noctis here. You could do this a lot faster. This should not be a difficult fight for you. Now, Fulminating Darkness is what gives him his shield, so when the shield runs low, you can use this to recast it. It's also going to give him a little bit more hits with his 5-hit versus this only being a 4-hit, but I believe this also does a little bit of Brave gain to the party, and that gives him his Knight's Aptitude. So you kind of have to check on his buffs. He has 5 buffs. You're going to have to manage them nicely. Thankfully, the LD, between the EX Plus and the LD, he starts with pretty much everything you need. And again, we're just, wow, he's got a lot of, use Red Spiral. He's got a lot of Brave there because of the party buff. Where are we on the thing? I'm just going to use a regular HP attack at this point. Again, kind of want to showcase Basch here. He's going to take the 2 HP attacks. He didn't quite fall below or 50% though. Now the nice thing about Basch is because he has this, he has lock mechanics now, and he gets Brave regen or Brain Brave back and Party Brave. He can be an effective tank just in terms of taking all of the attacks, as opposed to just 1 or 2. So you want to make sure all of his buffs are up. That's going to help his damage, and also, I mean, obviously the Indomitable buff is the one that keeps him alive. The shield is the one that brings all the attacks towards him. Knight's Aptitude just raises his stats. The HP damage resist does reduce the HP damage he's taking. Now, if we were just taking all those attacks, it would be a lot more HP damage, right? And then the Damascus Valiant is the one that actually gives those now cool buffs, those auras. So, very nice. Remember, if you use these abilities and you're fighting more than one foe, you can screw yourself up by doing the wrong thing. But look at that Brave that Vaughn's going to get to dump. Of course, Vaughn dumping Brave is wonderful. I like when Vaughn has to dump Brave. Oh, and I get another launch. How nice is that? And I'm going to get another follow-up attack. Again, I'm going before A, so I can get another attack, and I should get my EX charged at this point, yeah. And then again, Basch is going to take these attacks, so I really want to show you Basch taking the damage, because that's what he's for. That's the selling point. So he'll take 2 more attacks. Hopefully they don't miss, unless one of them got blinded. Falls below 50, goes back to 50. Here's the other one. He might be blinded. Nope. Falls. Oh, yeah. You just fell below 50 and gained it back. How awesome is that? And his EX is doing nice damage. Of course, retaining his buffs for him. Gotta remember which ability gives him which buffs. Is something that's important to do. Did Vaughn just use his EX? Has Vaughn used his EX yet? Yeah, he's got freedom of flight, right? 8 turns, yep. So, use his LD. I love the LD animation here. They get a free ability. Always use it to set the AAs. I think I'm probably going to be able to skip these 2. Oh no, did I mess myself up? Oh no, yeah, because it does splash damage. Forgot about that. Yes, good to read. So Flash of Weakness is giving HP down and speed up to him. It gives us HP down, him speed up. Yeah, I kind of want to show you a couple Basch taking a couple of these attacks before we just kill this poor thing. This is a bigger damage attack, especially with three enemies. Now he's going to jump before here, which doesn't do too much. I may need to refresh his EX and one of his things here. Fist. He's good on the other one. Alright, so what do we want to do? Are we at a point where we can start popping the LD? I think so. Noctis's LD, of course, gives everybody basically 2 free turns and warps them in front of the enemy. Takes everybody's King's Guard. Very nice. Oh, Basch ends up getting nice. That's usually Basch gets left behind in this little fight. So his Indomitable still has quite a few turns. I could refresh it. It is an 8-hit group attack. I'm not going to need all 3, so I might as well just do the damage for the damage on all 3 characters here. Yep. Nice. Kill them, and he warps right behind. Vaughn's going to get in on this mix at some point, I think. This is a free ability for Noctis, and he's going to warp behind. And he gets his EX, which is nice. These puds here. Or you could just lead Garant and use all 3 of his attacks as one. Isn't that nice? Use the AA as the free ability. Do some more splash damage. And knock this guy back at some point. Yeah, look at that. Here we go. Again, we just kind of... Basch is going to have so many skills left over if I don't use them. His HP attack is actually very nice. There's no reason I couldn't be using it. But this is not a long fight, as you'll see. Vaughn now gets a ton of abilities. Now, what's running off here? Attack. Attack has 3 turns. Max Brave, and then remember which one gives attack and which one gives Brave. So what did I say? Attack is... I'm low on attack? Yeah, so I need to do 1 red spiral, and then I can do white whirls. And what's Noctis going to do here? Okay, I'm going to reset my abilities here. Since I have that extra one. Pyroclasm. And yeah, look at that brave regen there from Vaughn. He's gonna get that on the launch, which is nice. Poor Basch, now he's disappeared. He's disappeared from the equation. He gets it back. You do Earth and Smash. Just trying to kill the ads before I go into burst mode here. Now we are set. I will just charge the shooting star here. And we won't use warp strike. I should have brave attack with that, but that's fine. And I can go right into Shiva to give myself a little extra wiggle room here. If I need to, which maybe I won't need to. I just would rather have all 3 of them in front of the enemy at this point. I'll use their free turns first. No, because Noctis will get... So the reason I wouldn't do that is I can use Noctis's and he'll jump and him and Bond will like go back and forth, but then Basch is not taking advantage of Noctis's free damage from his BT, so that's why I'm going to summon right now. And then I can use these 2 abilities to set up, which is nice, because now Noctis has a follow-up attack everything he does. I'm kind of wasting the LD abilities, but unfortunately, Basch does not work super well with Noctis's LD. Kais and Zaz do really well. If you want to do this in like, 20 turns, bring Kais and Zaz. I'm at 20 turns, so I mean, maybe even a little less. 0 turns, I think, actually. If I can get them all in front of the boss here, then I can spam Noctis's LD. The boss is under 50% HP at this point. Noctis is getting his free attacks. Very nice. We'll do a launch. Basch has some... I should have done LD there because they don't have it, do they? Oh, they don't have warp. Oh, he's got 1 warp. Okay, he's got 1 warp. Bond doesn't have the warp, I don't think. Yeah, that was my bad. My bad. I use the LD. The pawn is right behind, so I should be able to. Piggyback. There we go. Again. Battery's nice. Oh, he has a LD at this point. We use all Noctis' skills. Here we'll see this absorb energy one time. Didn't even hit because he was blinded. Oh, the poor bastard. I think that was the Indomitable fell off finally. Everything's back on. There you go. Well, again, Basch does his job for real well. And there shouldn't be no denying that. If you don't care for tanks, if you don't care for that particular type of tank, there's other tanks that are coming. But if you really do like tanks, I really like tanks. I think they're all useful. I would encourage you to kind of make some room in your budget for all the tanks. Well, at least several tanks, several supports. Attackers are a dime a dozen, but those tanks are all vital in what they do. So, hey, tonight, join us. We're going to talk more about Basch, more about 9, more about a lot of things. TCCpodcast.com, get all of our links. Just check us out, the Crystal Chronicles on Twitch, on YouTube, FFTCC Podcast on Twitter, on Facebook. Hey, till then.